All right, we are live. As always, for whoever's tuning in right now, at least watching the replay anyway, skip to about 4 or 5 minutes because we're going to give everybody 5 minutes or 4 or 5 minutes of a grace period just to make sure everybody's here when we start. So, in the meantime, hang out or just skip to 4 or 5 minutes. I'll put in little chapters in the bottom so you can get that situated. For those who are in here, if you can hear me, let me know. All right. Cool. All right. So we'll just hang out for a bit, give everybody 4 or 5 minutes to come in, and we will go from there. Let me get all these tabs in order. Let's see. All right, move that there. And we have Thinkorswim and TradingView here. Perfect. Let's close that window. Cool. For those who did just come in, hit the like button as always. Get the likes up, and if you can hear me, post it in the chat. We'll start in about 4 minutes. Just letting everybody come in so we can all get this information at the same time. For those who are in here, how was everybody's day? Do you make money? I would imagine at least everybody made money with the move today, and honestly, really just everything that's been going on. Let's look at SPY. Triggered 2 up and then failed 2 down. Didn't close red though, so let's see. Might be a double top on the 4 hour. We'll definitely find out on Monday. Hey, great stuff, Leo. Nice. Up 10% on the account. Great job. So today I ended red on options. I'll mention that later on when we officially start, but I ended red on options. I only took one trade on NVIDIA. It did stop me out where I wanted it to stop me out, but I messed up on the order entry, which I'll touch on later. Futures, great day. What was it? I took 2 trades on YM. One executed, and then the other one I canceled, which I wish I didn't, but I'll tell you guys exactly what I did. I'll be adding not necessarily a new rule, but just like adjusting one of my rules for that. But yeah, great job. Up 10% on the account. Fantastic work. Definitely, Ro. The TTO, we'll speak on that a little bit today. TTOs are literally cheat codes. What the heck? Daily reminders. For those who are in here, we have 10 people and we got 5 likes. Let's get at least 2 or 3 more, and we'll start in a minute at 7:05. Daily reminder channel. Oh, nice. All right, let's do that. Sweet. All right. Whoever's not here, they will catch the replay. As always, thank you guys for being here. My name is Advent. I am not a financial advisor. Anything that you see in any of my videos or this session or any of my content is for educational purposes only. It should not be taken as financial advice. Trading does have its risks, so please do your research before you engage in trading. And switching up the way I want to kind of do these moving forward, some ground rules as always. Um, you know, specifically for the trade recap series, I'll be going over my trades. I'll be going over any trades that you may have taken that you want me to review. So any questions that are not tied to, you know, reviewing your trade, I'm not going to answer. So if you ask me a question regarding like, hey, what does the delta mean for a stock? Maybe I'll answer that one. But if it gets like too deep into like coaching territory, I'm probably not going to answer it because again, this is mainly for trade reviews and trade recap, and I want to keep that uniform. Now, of course, in other sessions that I may have, which may be specific topics, we can go from there. Otherwise, definitely just book a session and I'll get you where you need to be. Cool. Also, before we get into the trades, I just want to shout out some members of, some students I have, some members from my group, and people from another group. So, and of course, there's other people as well, but I don't want to be here for like 10 hours shouting out 10,000 people. Shout out to one of my students. I'll keep you anonymous since I'm not sure if you like to be out there or not, but past five of his prop firm accounts since we started working. Great job, sir. Following your rules, following the plan we made for you. Solid work. Also, hold on. Master PK, great job. He's traded the last 10 days, only ended red twice. Following his plans, following his rules, all that stuff. So again, you'll be successful as long as you follow your rules because you can know the best strategy in the world, quote unquote, best strategy. But if your mindset or your disciplines aren't in order, you're not gonna survive in this business. I'll tell you that. Shout out Mike. He should be in there or should be in here. My cousin that I'm teaching. Fantastic work today. He asked me about TTOs yesterday and then today. And within 2 hours of us talking about it, he took a beautiful TTO trade today, which we'll definitely go over. And he made a nice amount. So shout out to you guys. All right. So with all that out the way, let's bring up my chart. Oh, the last person I want to shout out. This is from 100K's group, Mr. Dawson. Shout out to you, sir, because for the last year or so, he has been, from what I've seen, very mentally afraid to get back into the markets. It wasn't until like a month or two ago when he finally got over his fear and started pressing the button, and he's up $1,000. So fantastic work, sir. Keep it going. All right. Let's bring up my chart. Let me know if you guys can see my screen and if you can see my charts. Let me know if you can see my screen. Sweet. All right, cool. So let's go to NVIDIA first. So NVIDIA today, I took my long entry once it broke above 129.72. And because we have such a big range up here to the first strat target, I just had my targets as taking profit every dollar that it went in my favor. So my first target was there. and then, so on and so forth. What's that? 131.72. This was a losing trade. So once I entered in on this trade, my stop loss price-wise was right here. So about 128.33, 128.27, something like that. So my stop loss was here. Whoops. So my stop loss was there. This was my entry for calls. And then my targets. TP1, TP2. So what happened here was once I entered in, it kind of just kept on going back and forth between being like 50 cents up, 50 cents down, back and forth. And like that, the back and forth movement alongside, I think it came down to like 128.70 or 50 or something like that. It's on the 5-minute actually, I'll tell you. So this was, all right, so right here, I entered in on this candle at 9.50 for calls. On this pullback, with the pullback being this deep alongside just the choppiness that was happening, it killed my contracts. So I stopped out, and this was a losing trade for me. Pretty much after I got stopped out, I think it was on this candle, if I recall correctly, or it might have been on this candle. It went up and hit my target. It is what it is. It sucks. It's annoying, but there are more trading days in the future. But good to know that my plan still worked out besides getting stopped out because it never hit my stop loss price-wise. So what I'll probably do just to adjust a little more when I'm trading 0DTEs, for those who know, I don't like to trade them, but I've been trading them more. I'll have to adjust accordingly when it comes to trading them. Anyway, that's pretty much my trade on video, my only option trade today, which was a losing one. Again, it is what it is. Win some, lose some, we keep it moving. Don't get married to the trade. My next trade that I took on YM is, I took this on the 15-minute. What was this? Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this trade right here on this 2-1-2 up on the 15-minute. This one just was a quick little scalp. The risk reward was really off, but what was it? Yeah, I didn't get much. I got like 10 points from that trade, and then I cut it. Yeah, literally when it went like 9-10 points in my favor, I just cut the trade. The second trade that I took, this was a strat trade, by the way, with futures. There's 2-1-2 up. And then I cut it when it came back to entry. I'd rather not let that in-force move go against me, especially if we're near the top of the day. So that trade was a winning trade. Didn't get much. Quick little 9-10 points, whatever. The second trade that I didn't take, that I'm salty about, but again, that's my fault. I'm the one who pressed the button. Nobody to blame but myself. So as those who've been, looking at my content, you know that I only trade from 9:30 a.m. to 12 noon. So literally the last 5-minute candle before 12 noon came was this one right here. And I'm like, all right, it looks like we have a double top right off a shooter or even potentially a morning star candle or evening star candle. And this specific trade I had planned out like this. So this was my entry for the short. My stop loss was right above this candle. And then my ultimate target was just this center right there. Literally 10 more seconds until it hit 12 noon. And I was like, if this trade triggers after 12 noon and I submit this order, I'd rather just not break my rules. Let me just stop. So literally 10 seconds or like 10, 15 seconds before it hit 12 noon, I canceled the order. I literally had the order submitted and I canceled it. As soon as I canceled it, 5 seconds later, it triggered the trade, as we can see here. and then came down, hit my first target right here at this wick. Well, on this next candle, hit my first target, and then second candle as well hit my max target that I was looking for. So me being impatient by like 15 seconds, I missed on 35 points. But it is what it is. I'll adjust moving forward. It did end up going like 55 points. That would have been a nice trade, $250, or probably more with the contracts I had. But again, it is what it is. Learning experience. We keep it moving and adjust. Cool. Any questions on that or the trades that I took before I go over your trades that you guys took? Oh, wow, Leo, I just saw your message. Oh, up over 80% on the account within 3 weeks. So yeah, that's why I'm deciding to go live, like I told you. Hey, man. Yeah, definitely. Keep him going. You're doing a fantastic job. You're here for the strat update. So yeah, you guys can start typing in your trades in the chat. If you're going to give me an options trade, I'm just going to put it on my chart and in the chat. Give me the strike price. Well, first of all, give me the ticker symbol. Give me the strike price, put or a call, when you got in, the time, when you got in, when you got out, and the setup. So if you're going to give me your trade that you want me to review for options, please give me this information in the chat, because when people tell me I got into Tesla calls, that tells me absolutely nothing. I can't help you if you just tell me you got into Tesla calls. Anyway, while you guys are putting in your trades that you want me to review or look at, strat update for the video I made, I think like a week or two ago, answering the question, does the strat work for futures? Yes, it definitely does, and watch that video if you haven't already. But Brown, pretty much, I've been trading futures this past week, literally exactly how I trade options. 4-hour entry initially, and then 5 or 15 minute for TTOs. That's it. Works fantastic. You still have to be a little picky on the specific trades you take, of course. But like today on YM, if we miss the initial, hold on, let's go to the entry. I'm salty about this too, because it gapped up and then it came back to entry. I personally don't like to do this. I don't like to get in when it comes back to entry, because it may turn into a 3 down. So I'm still experimenting, seeing how that works. I know one of my students, he likes to, he does it similarly, but a little different, where once it triggers the 4-hour, or, whatever high he has that matches up with mine, he would wait until it retests that level to go long. So he gets in like delayed, and I'm getting in as soon as it triggers. So today he definitely made a good amount, as we can see here. Anyway, so yeah, so if you missed the initial entry on the 4-hour, as you've seen my other TTO videos, go on the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame, or whichever one you want to use, and look for a TTO. So on YM today, we have one right here. So that one, so in this case, I would have entered on this 3 up right there. So that would have been, actually, let me zoom in and make this a little cleaner. So I would have gotten in right here. Oh, whoops, that is the wrong tool. Would have gotten in right here. Stop loss would have been under the triangle per se. We're aiming for the TTO to complete, which is right up here at a high of day. So that's 33 points at target 1. And then we just keep on taking it until we get stopped out for the runner position, which in this case, it went 192 points. But what I would have done is, every time a candle triggered up, like this 2 up, I would have moved my stop up right behind the candle as soon as it triggers. So if I trim one contract here, I would have moved my stop up under this candle once it triggered up. Once this candle triggered up, I would move my stop up again and keep on doing that until I get stopped out, which would have been probably on this candle once it reversed back down. So even then, that would have been 125 points on the runner, which is fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. It works very well. Excuse me. Of course, you can take other trades like that 1 hour. Actually, I got to go on extended hours. Hold on. That 1 hour reversal, that 2 and 2 down on YM, that thing got freaking obliterated. So this would have been something like this. And then target 1 would have been either the body or the wick, and then second target, the body or the wick, and then so on and so forth. So I ended up hitting target 3 at 173 points. Beautiful stuff, I'll tell you that. One thing that I'll mention, since our stop losses are going to be a lot wider compared to if we're using ICT or fibs or anything like that, you may want to size down. So if your 58 points is too wide of a stop loss, you can use the micro contracts to help out. But yeah, Brown, that's pretty much my update so far. I'll give you more info when I get it. All right, any trades that you guys took today that you want me to review? It could be options trade, futures trades, really doesn't matter. Mike, if you want to go over your trades, you can put it in the chat so I can share it with everybody else. Those are good ones that you took. For those who did just come in here, if you're going to give me your trade for me to review, and it's going to be an option trade, just please give me all the information that's here. So the ticker, the strike price, if it's a put or a call, when you got in, or rather the time you got in and the time you got out, and what setup was it, if it was like a strat trade, ICT, stuff like that. So Mike got in on a ESTTO on the 30-minute time frame. ES 30-minute. Oh yeah, yep. This was the one. So I'm not sure where your stop loss was, but in this case, he got in on this 30-minute TTO. So this was his entry. I'm not sure what your stop loss was. Let's see. I would probably put it down here. First target was the completed TTO at 7 points. And then from there, it just kept on going up. It hit like 25, 26 points. That was a solid trade. Great job. You identified the TTO, and you can find the TTO trades or setups on any time frame. I just prefer the 5 or 15-minute trade time frame myself. But yeah, solid trade. You identified the pattern, you got in when you said you would, and you took profit when you said you would. So fantastic job on that trade. All right, so your stop loss was 56775. So it was like the body of this candle, it looks like. Yeah, 3.75 stop loss. To me, this will be a little tight personally. I'll probably put it under the trigger candle or under the setup candle, depending on your risk tolerance. In this case, with your risk tolerance, maybe under the trigger candle. But yeah, good stuff on that trade. Yep, the top of that wick, that was a target. Great job. Let's see. Leo took a SPY call on the 15-minute TTO. All right, let's go to Thinkorswim so we can bring up the option contract side by side. All right, let's go to blue. And let's go to SPY. On the 15-minute time frame. Oh, man, this is a freaking perfect one. So it looks like Mike, I think he entered in on the 15-minute, which might have been, he literally took the same setup that you did, but on the 15-minute time frame. All right, let's bring up this contract. Shout out to you guys, great eye. Once you can spot the TTOs, it's just easy. So you got a 15 of July, so that's Monday expiration. That was 560 call. All right, let's send that to blue. And let's turn this ugly purple line off. Let's go here. So you got in at 12:30-ish. Yeah, when this candle triggered you in on the 212 up, back into continuity. Let me see. I want to see what time exactly it did on the 5. Actually, I can go on the 15-minute on here. It should give me an accurate time. So you entered this trade roughly at $196 that you paid for it. First target stock-wise price is 561.77, so 560.86 more or less. So you would have paid 198, $200, give or take. First target would have been about 260, 262, which is a 30% gain. And then it literally just kept on going up, hit 100% back at about 1:45 Eastern. So, an hour and 15 minutes, 100% gain. Really great trade. Solid work. I always get excited when I see these things, to see the progress that you guys are having. Great job. Shout out to you guys that are putting in the work. All right, row, we got IWM. Hey, Leo, fantastic job on that trade. Really beautiful stuff. All right, IWM, we have a 215 call. Expiration is Monday. And that was 215 call. So this one, let's send that to blue. All right. Let's see. Ro, what time frame did you get in on, or were you looking at the trade on? I think it was the 5-minute, right? There was this 212 that you took up, right? Like this one right here, this 212 up. Gotcha. Yeah, so the TTO, we always wait for a reversal to happen against time continuity, and then we're going to take the reversal back into continuity. So this right here, this is just a continuation up, like this 212 up. The TTO was basically these series of candles here, all the way to this inside bar. And then remember, the TTO is like a trade model. It's like a concept. It's not a specific candle pattern, or rather a candle setup, in the sense of a 212 is not a TTO, a 22 is not a TTO. A TTO is like the entire model, the entire thing that we're looking at. So when we get the push up, then the push down, and then the reversal, like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 6 candles would be considered the TTO that has formed for us, or that has set up. We don't know it's a full TTO per se until it gets completed, which it did right here. Once it broke this high, this is a confirmed completed TTO. So in this case, you could have entered in on this 212 up right here. This would have been where I would have entered in on this 212 up, as opposed to the continuation. Still a good trade because you were trading with continuity. I just like to look for the TTOs. I just like to look for the TTOs when I am getting in and stuff. So in this case, looking at the chart, at 10 o'clock, it would have triggered you in. So basically, you would have bought around 75 cents to about 80 if you market bought like I would have. And then from 80, it completed the TTO. Pretty much that same candle. That was 95. It's about almost that's like 18, 19% gain on the one candle. And then it went about 30% gain on the second, and then it literally just kept on going up from there. But again, hey, learning experience, just add it to the notes, journal it, take screenshots, get your eye visually trained to it, and you'll do a great job. But again, you're doing great. As long as we have and we're learning these trade models, you'll be good to go. And again, every trade is a learning trade, whether we're losing or we're winning, even though you learn more from when you lose. But yeah, great job regardless. Still a good trade because continuity was in your favor. So good stuff. For those who are in here, make sure to hit the like button, and so we can get those likes up. Cool. Any other trades that you guys want to go over? From reviewing your video, if it's bullish, the highs need to make a half V. Bearish, the lows need to look like an H. Exactly, yeah. For me, you can think of it like an upside down V. That's a good way to look at it if you want to. For me, I just look at it like a triangle. So like, IWM, let's go there real quick. So to me, this just looks like, and this 2-1 was off of broadening formation. I forgot to make that note. Beautiful trade. Anyway, so for me, I like to look at it as like a triangle, right? Hence the name. So, we have the push up, then we have the push down, where the the market makers, or whatever you want to call it, are trapping the bulls that got late to the party, getting them stopped out. And then once they get them stopped out, they reverse it right back up and take the price up. So you can see how we kind of have like a triangle here. You can also look at it as like an upside down V, if that helps you. For me, it's just easier for me to visualize it as the bullish ones look like triangles, or in your case, like you mentioned, upside down V. And then similar to the bearish ones, how we have even like right here, this is kind of like an H pattern, right? So we have like an H pattern and then just triangle up. I keep on telling you got to draw those broadening formations. I wish I wasn't so busy looking at NVIDIA today, because RTY, same exact thing. I definitely missed that super clean trade right off that broadening formation. Oh man, that would have been a really nice one. Just that first candle, 2171. Oh man, that was a 6-point candle. That's $300 in 5 minutes. All right. I got to draw my BFs on YM next because I'm using the strat more on that. So that's going to be fun. I might do that after we're done looking at trades. And whoever wants to hang out and watch me draw broadening formations on YM, you're welcome to stay. But yeah, any other trades that you guys want me to look at that you took, whoever came in that wasn't here earlier, if you want me to review one of your trades, whether it's options, futures, really doesn't matter, honestly. If you're going to give me an options trade, just give it to me in this format. So, give me the ticker symbol, the strike price, a put or a call, when you got in, when you got out, and whatever setup, and the time frame that you took the trade on if you're trading strat, so I can see it better. Any trades you want me to go over? Somebody just joined, whoever did. If you want me to go over your trade, put it in the chat. Let's see. You also made another trade on SPY at 128, 564 call. Let's see. So we have another SPY trade. Let's bring that up. You don't have any more uses. What the heck? All right, so SPY, what is this? What time frame was it, Leo? Was it like the 4 hour? Was it the daily? Did the 564? The 1 hour? Gotcha. Was it a 3 days to expiration, right? Was it 0 DTE or was it a 3 day to expiration? Three days? Cool. All right, let's check that one out. No, you're good. All right, let's see. So you got it on the 1 hour. So it was this 2 up that you took, or was it this 2 up that you took? Was it the one? Oh, well, you said at 128. So Eastern time. Oh, gotcha. So pretty much this candle, right at the end, well, before it closed, it broke Thursday's high. So you got in here, which would have been the daily breaking up, and then it went up. Let's see. Let's come over here. So this is. So you got in somewhere like on this candle, about 75 cents. And then you got in, what, 20 minutes later? Or you got out 20 minutes later. So that's about, what, 74, 75 bucks. And then you got out on this candle. Let's see. Not bad. 25, actually, like $30 gain. That was a, what, 30, 40% trade? Really nice. Yeah, pretty much on this candle just kept on flying up. Yeah, solid work. Around 70, 75 bucks into 100, $105. Really good stuff. Yeah, great job on that trade. That's what I got to bring up a calculator, so I'm not doing all of this on the fly calculations. But yeah, roughly was that 75 to 1, 30, yeah, about 35, 45% gain. Good job on that trade. Let's see. I'm proud of myself. I played SPY 562 call at 9:53 and sold at 12:57 Central Time. So you got in at 10:53 Eastern. $10.53. So that was on this candle that you got in at 10. No, actually, this candle you got in. And then you got out at 1:57 p.m. Yeah, you pretty much got in basically at the top of the day. You got a 562 call. Was that a 0 DTE or was that a 3-day expiration? That 562 call. All right, 0 DTE. So you got in, let's see. So you got in roughly at about 55 to 59 on the contract, or 60. So let's say 55 on average. You pulled to 22, and then you pretty much sold up here for like a 200% gain, more or less. Fantastic work on the trade. I'm not. Do you trade the strat or did you use something else? Like, do you have a different strategy? Strat wise, for me personally, I would have been stopped out because I'm not letting a trade go more than 50% against me. Actually, let's review this trade a little deeper. When you got into this trade, was it like a YOLO trade? Did it hit your stop loss and then you just didn't sell it and you kept on holding it? Or did you follow the plan exactly as you laid it out so I can properly review the trade? So if you use the strat, what time frame did you get in on that trade? What specific time frame did you use to get in on that trade? The 15 minute? let's see. So that was what? 9. So it looks like you got in at the tail end of this trade. If you did get in at 1050, no, whoops, wrong one. So you got in on this candle, on this 2 up. Where was your stop loss? Was it under this candle? Was it under the setup candle right here? Where was it, if you remember? So yeah, was your stop loss like over here under this candle? Or was it like, oh, I have another follow-up question to what you just mentioned. Did you have a stop loss for this trade? Gotcha. All right, now I can properly review this trade. So, great job on getting in on a strat entry. The 2-2 continuation is a strat entry. Time continuity is on your favor. Great job on that. In this case, for me personally, I would review this trade as a poor trade, even though you did win, because again, it doesn't matter if you won or not. What really matters is if you followed your plan. So I'll knock off some points on this trade because you didn't have a stop loss. You went into a meeting without setting a stop loss, so you couldn't even adjust the trade if you needed to because you were occupied. Third or fourth, I forgot where I'm at. You used the words, you told yourself, let it go. To me, that phrase or that thinking sounds a little like gamblish to me, because when I get into a trade, and I'll explain the difference on what I'm gonna get at. If I get into the trade and I get in when I'm supposed to get in, and then my stop loss is set, my take profit is set, and I tell myself I'm gonna let it go because my job is done here. To me, that's different than getting into a trade, not having a stop loss, putting myself in a situation where I cannot adjust the trade because I'm busy, and saying I'm letting it go. To me, those are two, while it's the same phrase, two different viewpoints on the trade. So me personally, I would consider this a poor trade because of that. And of course, you can give me more information if that was your thought process. But again, every single trade needs to have a stop loss, because it may have worked this time, but what I don't want people to fall victim to is poor trades that win. Because when you get a poor trade that wins, you're teaching your brain, oh, cool, I won this trade by going into a meeting with no stop loss. So then the next time this happens and you need to go into a meeting, you'll be like, oh, well, I won last time. Let me get in here with no stop loss. And then what's going to happen is you're going to think, your brain is going to think, because I won last time doing the same thing, I'm going to come back to money, which is not the case all the time. Let's say you come back and your position is at 0. This is a great opportunity to give you guys the horror story that I love so much about why you should always use a stop loss. There was a guy trading SPX He was selling SPX credit put spreads. For those who know about selling options, your losses are unlimited if you're short a contract. So this guy sold put spreads and collected about $8,000 to $9,000 in premium. The market had 30 minutes before it closed. And he was like, well, we got 30 minutes till the market closes. There's no way that this trade is going to go in the money because it's 30 points away or 20 points away, whatever it may have been. He's like, let me go into this meeting and I'll come back and accept my free $9,000. That man went into his meeting with no stop loss on an SPX trade on a short position, and he came back to negative $1 million in his account. I highly doubt he's trading because he needs to pay that to the broker, and no other brokerage firm is more than likely is not going to allow him to trade with that, with that outstanding balance, because I think they send it to your credit report. I could be wrong, but I'd assume that's what happens because you owe that money and you cannot trade until you pay that. So because he was so confident that it would win with no stop loss and going into a meeting, negative $1 million in 30 minutes. So a trade can go real south real fast. That's why we always use a stop loss. I don't care if every single star is aligned in the sky. The charts are telling you yes, 100%, which is false because nothing is 100%. You always use a stop loss no matter what. Yeah, Mooch, negative $1 million. Go to your wife, be like, hey, honey, so we're broke. Actually, we're worse than broke. We owe. I'd rather be broke than owe money. So, yeah, always use a stop loss. But again, I am glad at least that you won that trade. You can use this as a learning experience where you got off scot-free, thankfully. But for future reference, always a stop loss and never, do things like that that may not put you in a proper position. But yeah, otherwise, you did take a great trade, so good stuff on that. Our grandkids are going to be in debt. Maria, if you're talking about this right here, like so this move up and this move down and the move back up, that is a TTO. So great eye. A lot of people here today took that setup. So really great stuff. Cool. Any other trades that you guys want me to look at? And whoever came in here, if you haven't been here earlier, and if any trades that you want me to review that you took today, post it in the chat and I'll take a look at it for you. Oh, while you guys are posting that trade, I want to share with you an experience that I had yesterday with my cousin that I'm teaching, Mike. So since I've been teaching him since the last 3 months when we started, I've been having him paper trade for the last 3 months. And since he's been showing consistency and understanding what I'm teaching, we finally put him on a prop account. What was it? I think this week we started, right, Mike? We started you up on the prop account this week. And I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago when we were talking, and I was telling him, this week we'll just use like one micro contract just so you can get used to the platform of Tradeovate and getting used to the platform, getting used to it, ATM settings, bracket orders, all that stuff. And then from there, we can size you up to 2 or 3 micros so we can, get the account moving a little quicker. And super proud of what he told me because um, he said, hold on, let me see if I have the exact message or the exact response. Uh, Give me one sec. All right, cool. He said, I'm not trying to rush it. I'm trying to grow, which was a fantastic response because that's what I always tell all of you. And I caught myself trying to speed up his process. Um, so that is the correct mentality to have because everybody's trying to get rich tomorrow. But remember, we have to take our time and learn slowly, and we will grow our accounts accordingly when we follow our plan. We can't rush it. So, again, having the proper mentality where, um, what's the word? Having the proper mentality where you understand that your results come from following your rules and your system and your disciplines is great. While we can use the money as motivation, we always follow our plan and our rules, etc. And I'm going to continue telling you guys that until I cement it into your head. Um, cool. So yeah, Mike, you're doing a great job. Let's see. Anything? Oh, I wanted to mention this quote that I saw that my friend posted on his Instagram. The quote said, "People don't have patience to dedicate 3 years to learn how to trade, but they have the patience to work at a job they don't like for 30 years." Very powerful quote because people need to understand that, like any skill, trading is a skill at the end of the day that you need to learn and that you need to dedicate time to. Similar to college, right? If I go to college, I'm not going to, for the sake of the conversation, let's say I go to college for psychology, which I did, and I wasn't going to expect to be a professional psychologist in 4 years. After I get my degree and then I start working in that field, then I'm going to get more experience, right? So I wasn't like, oh man, I wish I could make this, pass this 4-year degree in 1 year. It's like, no, we go with the what's the word? It's not assumption. That's not the word I'm looking for. We go with the notion that it's going to take me 4 years to learn this. It's going to take me 4 years to get my degree and get where I need to be, and then continue from there. But with trading, a lot of new traders have it way backwards. They think, oh, cool, trading, I'm going to make money in a month and I'm going to be a millionaire in 2 months. And yes, there are very, 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 very rare examples where that can be true. But again, you need to approach trading the correct way. Of course, with having proper guidance, you can speed up that process a lot, because it took me about 2 years, about a year and a half, 2 years to be consistently profitable. And it took me 4 years to even get to the level that I am here. And I'm still learning new things every day and improving. So it's a never-ending experience where you continue to learn. So if you may be new to trading, or even if you've been trading for a long time, just continue studying, putting in the work, back testing, all that stuff, and just keep it going. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to force anything, because if you try to force the process, you're going to have a real bad time. I'll tell you that from experience and people that I've worked with. Anything else I want to touch on that topic? Yeah, nothing that I can think of. But yeah, man, just approach trading the proper way. Understand that you need to put in the work to learn this properly. And, you can get a mentor to help you out. I coach students if you want me to help you. just message me or click the links that I have in the description of this video or my other videos if you want to work with me. But yeah, I would say the challenging part, or a potential challenging part about trading and learning it, is that, in school, they give us a curriculum. But if you're new and you don't have no guidance and you don't know where to start, you're kind of like all over the place, right? So there's like a billion videos on YouTube, a billion different resources and a billion different strategies, stuff like that. So it definitely helps to have guidance. Like, I wish I met my strat mentors that I met, what was it, 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. I wish I met them when I first started trading. I would have been profitable way sooner. But again, with proper guidance, you'll get where you need to be much quicker. The biggest thing that you need to ask yourself is, what is more valuable to you? Is it your time or is it your money? For me, I value my time, so I spent the money in coaching and coaches to help me speed up the learning process. Because I rather, if I can make a 1 year learning experience down to, let's say, 6 months, and I needed to pay to save those 6 months of my life, I would definitely do it. So wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, Breg. I used to be Mr. Spaghetti Lines until like the beginning. I was Mr. Spaghetti Lines until I think March or April of 2022, when I discovered 100K's group, or the Hungries. I'm not sure if you're in there from another group, but that's where I met a lot of my strat mentors, and it's like the best thing I've ever discovered. I got, as you can see, this is literally how I trade. I just have ATR indicator on, broader informations, and just price action, and that's it. Don't need anything else. What I've learned over the years is, like, now that I have all this information, how can I simplify it to make it easier for me? Because people are like, oh, the RSI, the MACD, the volume, the this, the that. To me, that's just adding too much. I haven't used volume in probably like 2 years. Somebody was like, you don't use volume? They're like, oh, you're brave. I'm like, why do I need volume when the candles are telling me what's happening anyway? So me personally, I don't care about volume. It's not necessary for my trading style. If it works for you, hey, keep on using it. Whatever works for you, don't let me dissuade you. As long as you're making money, that's all that matters. So keep it going. Cool. Also, Brown Strat King, that's in here, was one of my strat mentors. Shout out to you, sir. Definitely helped me a lot. You can book a session with him as well. You just better be ready to pay and better be ready to learn, because he doesn't accept everybody. I'll tell you that. So, yeah, any other trades that you guys want me to look at? If not, then I'll start drawing my broadening formations on YM that you guys are welcome to stay for. And any questions you have on broadening formations, you can definitely ask me as I'm drawing them on YM. If I don't get no trades to review in 2 minutes, then I'll start drawing actually, I'm going to start drawing my broadening formations now. And if you guys have trades you want me to look at, or if you want to ask me questions on broadening formations, yeah, you can ask me while I'm doing this. Let's get rid of these lines. All right, everybody's favorite thing to not do. Maria, when I'm done with this call, I'm going to message you, and then we can get on Discord's voice call, so I can see exactly what's going on with what the message you sent me. All right, let's see. YM on the yearly chart. Thankfully, there aren't that many 3 candles here. This is the yearly. 3 candle here. And you don't need to do it like I do with like the lines coming from both sides. You can just make it like, you could just have one direction. I just prefer on Thinkorswim to have it both. At least that's how I was shown. So I just keep it like that. But whatever you prefer, it's fine. YM likes outside bars. You're going to have a time. Well, thankfully the yearly's done. So that's nice. Yeah, only 4 lines here. Let's check. I only go down to the daily. So hopefully nothing too crazy. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a good amount of 3s here. All right, we're on the quarterly now. So we got 3 candle. Let's go on the quarter. For those who just came in here that may not have been here before, I am going over, I'm drawing broadening formations on YM. So if you did have broadening formation questions, now's the time to ask. Or if you want me to review any trades that you took today, you can put it in the chat as well as I'm doing this. Shouldn't be here for probably like more than 15, 20 minutes. I hope. I'm not sure how many 3s are on the lower time frames, but we'll go from there. Let's do that there. Oh, this is annoying because I've been putting yearly on the quarterly. Always make sure to pay attention to what you're doing, because then I'm going to confuse the yearly with the quarterly ones. All right, this is definitely a quarter. That's a quarter. What's this? Quarter. Yearly. All right, cool. Moving on. Here we go. And then that there. I see more people just came in. Whoever just came in, I'm drawing broadening formations on YM. Any questions you have on broadening formations, you can ask. Or if you want me to review any of the trades that you took today, please put it in the chat. Let's see, what's the higher one? That's what, 608? Oh yeah, definitely this one. And then right here, we have that low. I want to see how many trades I missed this week by not drawing these earlier. Sir, it's not what I want. How often should we update broadening formations? So what I like to do on the weekend, generally I'll just go through. So like after the week is done, I'll just go like on Saturday and just check the daily and the weekly, see if any new broadening formations formed, and then I'll draw them. For the quarterly and the monthly, once the month is over, which lines up with like a weekend, I'll just cycle through the time frames and see, and I'll see when if any new ones formed, and I'll go from there. So every week I check it. Essentially every week I check it for if any new broadening formations were formed. All right. Let's see. Sounds good, Maria. I'll speak with you soon. Thank you for stopping by. I don't want to activate that. All right, thankfully the quarterly is not too bad. We're almost done. The quarterly went 2 and 2 up. Sheesh. Whoever shorting the market, rest in peace. Getting absolutely demolished. All right, quarterly is done. Let's go to the monthly. Make sure on Thinkorswim when you're on the monthly, I need to do this to max available. Favorite that. Okay. Wait, did the same thing for the quarterly? All right, cool. I got that right. All right, monthly. I don't want the 3-year month. Can I unfavorite this? Oh, yeah, customize list. Let's see. So the monthly, I don't need that. I don't need this quarterly. And then let's move this up. And then let's move this up so it can be a little easier for my brain. I have a 2-day 5-minute for what? I guess I'll keep that there. All right. Beautiful. Now everything's in order. I do love a clean chart. Oh, the weekly I have to adjust. Customize. Well, the weekly, I only go back 2 years anyway, so I'll leave it at 3 years. I don't need to look at that or change that. All right, this is the monthly time frame. It's not too bad, thankfully. How do you label them on Thinkorswim? So pretty much exactly how I'm doing them now. Once I draw them on the specific time frame, I right click, edit properties, and then in the name, I just type in the name and then I hit OK. And then so when I highlight over it, I can see the time frame. That's a monthly broadening information. For me, like having like 5 or 6 different colors on the chart makes my brain implode, which is a little ironic because all the lines that I'm about to draw. But it just keeps it easier for my brain with only one color set of lines. And then I just highlight over the chart or over the line to see what time frame I drew it on. So this is how I do it on Thinkorswim. I got that low. All right, this low. Oh, Grim, the frickin' I gotta call Schwab and their Thinkorswim team because like I need the object tree to be a thing on Thinkorswim. Hold on, let me make sure I don't lose this. I want to go on a little mini tangent. For those who use TradingView, the object tree is the greatest thing they've ever done because on Apple or even Bitcoin, since I draw my BFs on Bitcoin on TradingView because I'm not doing that on Thinkorswim, I have all my broadened information saved in a folder in the object tree. So if I have all my BFs here, if I don't want to look at the weekly, I could turn that off in one shot. If I don't want to look at the monthly, I could turn all that off in one shot. Thinkorswim might have something like that. I don't know about it. If you do know about it, please let me know or send me a message because if I can organize it like this, I'll be so happy. Anyway, moving on. I know there's like drawing sets, but it's just not clean like TradingView. So that's my little pet peeve about drawings on Thinkorswim. All right, that one's done. Let me zoom in here. All right, what's this high? 18,561, 18,540. All right, so this is the highest high. How far am I going back? So for the monthly, I do it from the yearly, quarterly, and monthly, I do it from the beginning of time. The weekly, I go back 2 years, and the daily, I go back like a month. So from the yearly to the monthly, I draw every single one from the beginning of time. And then the weekly, I go back 2 years, 2 to 3 years. And then for the daily, I go back a month or two. For Bitcoin, I only go as low as the weekly because I don't care about the daily broadening information since I don't day trade it. I only swing trade it. All right, so we are in year 2014. All right, we're almost there. My eyes are gonna freaking be so dry after I'm done here, trying to blink. Did I draw that one? Cool. Sir? There we go. And then when I'm done drawing the broadening formations, I'll give everybody a quick little lesson on how we use them, because people like to be lazy and you can catch really nice setups off of broadening formations. All right, monthly. What's that low? 868, 906. All right, that's the lowest low. Oh, we can skip so many years. Beautiful. All right, we're in 2018 now. So we skipped 4 years of no broadening formations. Thank the Lord. All right, this low is 24087. All right, so this is invalid because this breaks the low of the 3. So I'm going to draw this up there. And I drew the top one, bottom one is good. All right, got another 3 candle. All right, what's this high? 26922. What's this? 26966. This is 922. All right, this one is higher, so I'm not going to look at this anymore. And this will be, whoops, wrong candle. What is that? 671, 689. So this candle is the highest high in the range of the 3 candle. All right, that one's done. This one to there. And then this low is 24680, 24680, 24684. All right, this is the lowest low. So you guys can see how this line looks almost straight, but you can see on that little box right under the 3 candle that the degrees or the angle is negative, which tells me that this is a correct broadening formation, because the lower broadening formation will always be at a negative angle. So always keep that in mind if you're drawing it on Thinkorswim, if you're a little like unsure. Because if I do this from, let's say, from that candle, and let's say you can see the degrees on the bottom, how they're positive, but as I go up, then it goes negative. So if it's negative for the bottom BF, you're doing it good. If it's positive, that is incorrect. That's just a regular trend line. Remember, broadening formations are expanding the range, they're not tightening it. All right, more years to skip. Beautiful. We are in the year 2021. Let me just scroll back here to make sure. All right, this low, hold on, let me zoom out. All right, this was 2021. All right, cool. All right, this low is, oh no, whoops, I missed candles. That one's done. This one I didn't do. All right, this one is done. This low, I don't think I drew this one. All right, this low is 33032. 330. 33032. 33121. All right, so this is the lowest low in the range. All right, and then, all right, those are done. Let's keep it moving. Trend line. All right. 34636 for that high. 34407. 34. All right. So this is the highest high. All right. All right, cool. The monthly's done. Perfect. Let's go to the weekly, and we're only going to go back 2 years. Beautiful. A lot more manageable. All right. Is that a 3? No, that's not a 3. This is a 3. 34663, 34246. All right, this is the highest. Whoops. That's the highest high. And then that's the lowest low. Right here. Almost done. For those who joined up a little late, I'm drawing broadening formations. If you have any questions on them, now's the time to ask me. And if you also want me to review any of your trades, definitely go ahead and do so as I finish drawing all these lines. I'm almost done here. That low is 31793. 317. All right, this low broke the low of 3. We don't look at that. This is the lowest low over here. Yeah, Breg, once you get used to drawing these, you do it fast. The first couple of times, you're going to do it slow. But once you're used to it, like this, I'm just blowing through them. Like once you understand how to draw them and where to draw them from, it's easy. It's just people get dissuaded because they're like, oh, there's so many. But it's like you only have to draw them once, assuming you draw them correctly. And then that's it. You draw them once and you're good. You don't need to delete them. You just have to add new ones as they appear every week. So what's this high? 3934 240. All right, that's the high. All right, weekly is almost done. We're halfway through 2023. Man, I really wish I can. Oh no, my Thinkorswim is imploding. I might need to continue this later when I get off the stream. My thinkorswim is frozen now. I have too many lines. It's too much going on the charts. All right, cool. It's saved. All right, we're still in business. All right, my computer's not going to blow up. And you'll see a lot of lines on the higher time frames, as we can see here. But once you go to the lower time frames, as I'll show you guys in a little bit, it's really manageable when you're actually trading. This high is 34305. My SWVXX filled. Cool. 34294. 34294. All right, this is the highest high right here. Trend line. All right, almost done on the weekly. This high is 38133. All right, so this is the highest high. And let's zoom in here. 37303, 494, 494. All right, that's the lowest low. Then this here. All right, almost at the end. I can see the finish line. All right, this 3 candle, 40,000, 2013 or 213. 2013, 91. 76. All right, the one right behind it is the highest high. I don't really like drawing these lines that go straight down, but hey, we can see here after we drew this week and then this week to the tick, it hit and then it reversed off of it. So draw all of your lines. Are we done with the weekly? Thank the Lord. All right. My freaking eyes are burning. All right. The daily, I'm going to go a month back. I usually do 2 months. And there's only a few 3 candles here. I'll go back to April. All right, daily. What's the lowest low on this 3? I guess either one of those is fine. Then this. Then we have that. Do you swing trade a lot because of the broadening formations? I mainly day trade. Usually when I'm selling premium is when I look at the higher time frame, so I can swing trade that. Sometimes I'll like go long on a contract if I'm swing trading it, but it's very rare. I usually swing trade when I'm like selling premium and selling options. But yeah, you can use the BF to swing trade, day trade. Honestly, doesn't matter. And of course, I lost that line. Was it this one? All right, good. All right, this candle to there. And daily. That's there. All right, broader informations are done. It only took us about 15, 20 minutes. Not bad. It's almost a new record. Let me save my workspace. Strat Fibs. What's today's date? 7/12/24. And let me share my workspace and add that into a note. Think or swim workspace and study set. All right, so share workspace with myself. Stratfib 7/12/24. So I remember when I did this. All right, cool. All right, that's my default ones. Are my fibs here? They are. Cool. Perfect. All right, that's done. Anything else that I should be saving? All right, my study set is there. All right, broadening informations for YM are done. Shout out to whoever stayed here. Let's see what today gave. Look at today, bro. It literally wicked off perfectly off this weekly broadening information that was drawn, or that would have been drawn about 2 months ago. And today it came and rejected perfectly. You see, look at this, a perfect 2-2 reversal off this broadening information that we drew 2 months ago. So you could have shorted this with confidence today. And as we know, broadening formations, they're telling us where price wants to go. So once price rejected here, if it didn't continue higher, it's going to head back to test this level. So you could literally went short at 400 or 40,542, and your max target could have been almost 200 points away once it's this BF level. I would have been long gone from that trade, but still, beautiful stuff. Yeah, literally this 2-2 reversal off the 15-minute time frame. You could have taken a short here, stop loss either above this candle or wherever your risk tolerance is, and just straight down hit all these targets. Let's check the 30-minute. The 30-minute gave a 2-1-2 down setup off of broadening formation, and it even gave another shooter 2 down near that level. The 1 hour, bro, I wish I drew these a long time ago because I would have gotten that short. All right, that would have been a really nice one. For those who are just coming in, I just finished drawing my broadening formations on YM. And the importance of it is that we're going over that now because you could have taken an easy short off this broadening formation up here and just shorted this once it triggered 2 down. Easy money. Cool. All right. That's pretty much I have for today. For whoever may have come late, if you want me to look at any trades that you took today and review them, I'll stick around for the next 5 minutes or any last questions that you guys have. If there aren't any other questions, then I'll just wrap up in the next 5 minutes. So just put it in the chat, whatever trade or any questions you have, and then we'll wrap up and go from there. As you guys type that in, I will mention again, for those who may not be in the Discord, I'm going to add, due to popular request, a futures course to my options course. So it could be like both options and futures course in one. For those who already have my options course, you're going to get the futures course for free because you're grandfathered into any updates that I do on the course. You will get for free forever, basically. So anything that I ever update the course with, you'll get for free. For those who don't have the course or maybe have been thinking of getting the course, now's the time, because once I add the futures course to it in a month or two, I'm gonna up the price from 147. So just something to keep in mind if you guys were looking to get that options course, or if you're new to options trading. Honestly, I'll put it in the chat. The link is also in the description of this video. But essentially, this is the options course, 147, one-time payment. You get access to my Discord group forever. You don't need to pay monthly. And I pretty much go over options trading or options fully. Updated it last month. I'm probably going to update it in over this weekend with something for emotional regulation. But yeah, if whoever gets this now, you'll get grandfathered in to any updates in the future for free. So keep that in mind. You have 1 to 2 months until I get this updated. If you are in my group and you do want to get this, just use the code that I put in the chat for 50% off of anything that I have on my products and services. Keep that in mind. Cool. But yeah, anybody who's still in here, we got about 6 people in here. Any questions that you guys have, just post it in the chat, and then we'll just wrap up and we'll enjoy our Friday and our weekend. Yes, the 147 is a one-time fee. I don't charge any subscriptions. So if you get in my Discord group, that's another thing that I'm going to turn into a subscription in January of next year. So whoever gets into my group before January is going to have lifetime access, and you will never pay monthly. And it's only $25 to join the group. That's all I charge, $25. For whoever does not get in the group and you want to get in the group after January, you're going to pay $25 a month. So it's a no-brainer. If you do want to join and you're not in there yet, now's the time. Thank you for that question, Breg. Forgot I mentioned that. I'll give it about another minute or so, and then I will wrap up and let you guys enjoy your weekend. Let's all enjoy this peaceful view before we wrap up for the next minute. All right, looks like there aren't any other questions or anything else that people want to go over. I appreciate everybody for coming out here and, asking your questions. I love doing this for you guys. I love teaching, and I love the markets, and I love making money. So I appreciate you guys again. I appreciate every single view, every single like, every single subscription. Again, thank you guys so much. I would not be here without you guys. So I will see you guys on the internet. Any questions, always feel free to message me. If you don't know me, like in a Discord group or from Reddit or any of my social medias, if you have any questions, you can just send me a message or send me an email at ceruleanmindacademy@gmail.com. That's ceruleanmindacademy@gmail.com, just like my username, my channel's name here. And I'll respond back as soon as I can. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, everybody. And I will see you all on the internet. Have a good night.